Hey, we're going to talk about how you can connect Zoho to WordPress in this tutorial. Coming from the perspective of being in the back end of my Zoho CRM and being on my WordPress website, I want to integrate users on my WordPress website into contacts on Zoho CRM. WP Fusion allows us to do that, so that's the tool we're going to be using in this tutorial. I'm going to be using the Pro version to show you some things about how you can sync tags between users on your WordPress site and your Zoho CRM. So when somebody buys a course, they'll get a tag, or when somebody buys a product in WooCommerce, they could get a tag. I'll show you both those two examples in this video. So jumping into the backend of WordPress, WP Fusion can be found under Settings WP Fusion. This is once the plugin is installed and activated. Now the only thing I've done is install my license key right here. And then the last thing I need to do for setup is select my CRM. In this case, I'm using Zoho CRM. I'm going to authorize with Zoho. It's going to redirect me over to a page where I can allow my website to accept certain information from Zoho. And that's all I need to do. And the connection is active. It's going to take a second, sync my contacts. And if you have a lot of contacts, it might take a moment. But once that's done, I'm going to reload the page and I'll have access to all of the WP Fusion settings. The most important thing that I recommend you look at is segmentation type. Now, I like to use tags in the CRMs that I work with, but you could also do a multi-select field. If you've been using Zoho for years and instead of tags, you had a different custom field that had been created to manage product purchases and things like that, you could select that as your segmentation type, but I'm going to stick with tags for this video. And so let's look at a couple of examples of how we would want to integrate Zoho with WordPress. And there's a multitude of ways that you can do this. If there's any questions you have about how to integrate, let us know in the comments below. For your specific use case, we can give you some feedback. But some common ones are tagging users in a CRM when they have enrolled in a course, tagging users in a CRM when they've purchased a product. Those are two popular ones. So now that we have Zoho set up, if I go into an LMS like LifterLMS and I'm creating a course, give it a moment to load. We have WP Fusion as an option within the LMS. Depending on the LMS you're using or membership site, it might be a little bit different where the setting is located, but we can apply tags when the user is enrolled. So if I go over to my Zoho CRM, I go to contacts, let's create a tag. So I'm going to go to manage tags, add new tag, enrolled in Emily's course. I've reached the limit for the amount of characters I can have. Let's do it like that. Okay, new tag, save. So now I have my tag created. If I go to the backend of WordPress here, it might take a second, but let's resynchronize, maybe reload my page. I should have that tag I created available on the backend. So Emily's course enrolled. So now when somebody enrolls in this course, I can apply a tag. So I can design my course in the LMS and then the CRM will know when people enroll into the course. The same thing can be done for WooCommerce products or easy digital downloads or multiple other e-commerce solutions. When we're creating products inside of our e-commerce solution in WordPress, we have that same WP Fusion tab. It needs to take me on a tutorial, the WP Fusion tab right here, and apply tags when purchased. We might want to create a different tag that's like purchased certain product. But what this allows us to do is within Zoho, we can now create automations that trigger based on when those tags are created. We can also send certain messaging to people dependent on the tags that they have, but all of that feedback that's happening from the WordPress website can be sent to Zoho CRM when we're using WP Fusion. Now that's just two examples of how to use Zoho and WordPress together. You can also apply tags when refunded. You can apply tags when a transaction fails if you want to suggest that users try another payment gateway. And you can even apply tags when a cart has been abandoned. So if someone goes to the cart and they leave your website because they decide that they're not ready to buy the product, you can follow up in Zoho with an abandoned cart email sequence to get them back onto your website to complete their purchase. WP Fusion offers you a lot of these benefits, and we've barely scratched the surface of what we can do, but that's the essence of how you can integrate WordPress and Zoho CRM using our favorite solution, WP Fusion. If you want to see more content like this and further documentation on this tutorial, check out our website, wpfusion.com. LearnDash.com. You'll find all kinds of resources in addition to what we have on our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.